And hello there everyone, it's King Hedgehog here, and welcome to 7 Days to Die. We are in Alpha 19.3 Build 5, and we are here in a pretty much empty world. I've removed some of the trees so we have a little bit of free space to build, because I want to have a look. Since Alpha 17, we've had different versions of the killing corridor here in 7 Days to Die. Now, due to changes in the pathfinding, into the AI, we've had multiple different designs, each of them with their own pros and cons. And in this series, I want to have a look and walk through to see which versions of the killing corridor are still working, which ones are no longer working, why are they not working, and of course, what better killing corridor to start with than the very first draft, that I know about. If there is anybody earlier, please do let me know down below in the comments, because I would be more than happy to also build that and have a look how that one is now working. But the first one I saw was in the GFM8 series of Jawoodle. So we're going to be building it out of the very the basic materials though. So I'm going to go for a wood frames. And I'm going to take 500 of that. Let's get a little bit of wood and we'll take ourselves a nail gun just so we can easily upgrade it. And with this, I'm going to be building the full original killing corridor, the very first one built in the GFM8 series. So we're going to go for 2 wide. And let's bring it up to 6 high. Just to make sure that the pathfinding still does the trick the way it's supposed to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we have that one over there. Now, in between, the gap between the two needs to be about 4 blocks. So we'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks as a gap. I hate it that we no longer have the blue tool to even out the soil, but it is what it is. So there we have 6, we have 4, and then let's take another 6, 4, 5, 6, and then up here we will build the other platform. And let's build this one up to the exact same height as the other one, which means we get 1 more block. There we go, that's about right. Now then we pull out the 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Same from the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And that should leave me with a 4 block gap in between. And structural stability wise, that should be absolutely fine with either side. Which side is going to be nicer? I think I want them to walk up from this side, and I want to stand on this side. So let's get 1 more so we have a little bit of space for ourselves. There we go. So that's going to be the raw structure of what is going to be the killing corridor. Now on this side, that is where you need the rest of the corridor. And that's basically going to be the part where they run across and where you have the time to kill them. Now, keep in mind, compared to Alpha 17, we no longer have the barbed wire. Yep, so we have the barbed wire mod and the barbed wire fences. But what we used to have in Alpha 17, and that is gone as of Alpha 18, is this barbed wire, which you could nicely stick on the sides of your corridor, put a pole in front, and that would pretty much resolve your issues, because they would be slowed down and they wouldn't destroy because of the pole which was on top. Okay, so that is 1 block out. Let's get the corridor a little bit longer. Now, keep in mind, you can't make this too long, because if it is going to be too long, they're no longer interested. They will be getting disinterested, and as soon as they're disinterested, they decide to slam down on your pillars instead of actually running that circle again and again and again. So what we're going to do next is 1, 2, 3 blocks in between, and that is where we're going to be putting another tower. Now, why there? The usual blocks 10 max of 13. If it's more than 13 blocks, they get disinterested and they don't care. So if we're going to be standing right here, which is where we'll be about, we have the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, max 13. This is where they need to be coming up again. If it's more than this, they're not going to care. Okay, so that is going to be pretty much the maximum what I can have in killing space before they no longer care. There, so that's going to be the stairs where they will be running and walking up. Now let's get the blocks in between as well. Now I do want to upgrade these blocks. Then we have the stairs on either side, and now, and this is going to be the part that actually makes it or breaks it, because if we leave it like this, they're going to get stuck here and they're going to decide that they want to break that block and the stairs, and then you're going to be cooked in all the wrong ways. So let's get this upgraded a little bit and that. And there, we put one up there and one in there. There we go. Now that is the general outline of the killing corridor. That is the basics, but all of it is pretty useless without the next step. So the easiest way of doing this, and especially with wood, and that is basically the resources everybody can get by day 7, is wedge tips. Now we put those ones on that, we put it with on face right there, and then the easiest is to just copy the rotation here, turn around and bang it right there in front, and then we go back to on face 1 and 2. Basically how this works is as follows. They run up, they drop down, and the circle repeats. Now that is also the reason why I have that much space between these pillars, because if they do decide to go into destroy everything mode, the walk from where they drop to the actual pillar should be should be that big that they get disinterested into beating on it before they actually make it there. So let's put that to the test. Now our guinea pig is going to be a Marlene. There, couple of Pharaoh Marlenes up there. Let's stop that. Let's get her attention. There we go. And let's have a look how it works and if it still works the way it's supposed to. Look at that now. Works like a charm. Sweet as it can get, and that all with very, very basic materials available to pretty much anybody early game. Now let's have a quick peek though. If they do or do not get stuck and start beating on it, they don't start beating on anything there, and so far nobody has beaten on any of the pillars. Now the biggest issue is if they fall on top of each other. If they fall plain down on the floor, they will flop down like that. They have no interest in going into the destroy everything mode. Now the moments like this, they start stacking, they start falling on top of each other, and they have less than the 6 block drop. And that is when they might decide to go into destroy everything mode. As long as they're flopping down, we're all good. There we go. Now, I've added a couple of lanterns. Let's have a quick peek. What is coming our way this horde night, and if we, by doing absolutely nothing, can survive. Okay guys, now that's where I'm going to be leaving you. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you have enjoyed it as we're waiting here for the horde night. As you can see, It's still proven the original Alpha 17 killing corridor with just some wood wedge tips is still working as long as you place them in the right direction. Now, if you have enjoyed it, please do remember to hit that like button, and I'll see you guys here right back for the next one. Well, we'll be testing another take on the killing corridor.